Hello, this is Bear from Elliottwave Wave. How's it going? Here's a new analysis on Bitcoin. Last week we went on and I did a analysis on the Nasdaq, which was quite appreciated. It did well, better than I expected, so I'm very thankful for that. Thank you to all of you who watched it, and hopefully this Bitcoin analysis will perform the same. So first of all, before we get started, I just wanted to mention my live stream on Friday. I go live every Friday here on Better Wave, and so Friday, June 9th, will be live at 1 p.m. EST, so 6 p.m. London. But I'll post the reminder on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe so that you get notified. So Bitcoin, lots to talk about, different scenarios that we can go over today, and I will just show you what are the outlook, the main possibilities for the larger view, which is right now we're on the weekly, as you can see, and then I'll just go into what's in my preferred count for the time being, and into intraday chart to see what's happening and what could be happening, as always using the Elliott Wave Theory here on Better Wave. So first of all, let's bring on some counts. No, wrong one. So here, I'm just going to go in order. The one that makes the least sense to me is this one, but they're all valid. So this, basically, as you can see here, it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wave 3 of cycle degree wouldn't be completed yet. So cycle degree wave 3 yet to be completed. It makes sense because technically we still have upside left. We could reach the quality of 3 and 1. That is possible. We're very close. So it's about 100,000. So with all of these counts, some things make sense, and some just don't. So it's with all of the counts I'm going to show you today, you have pros and cons for all of them, but they're all bullish. So I don't really have a bearish count. You could see one. You could kind of force one. That would be a larger retracement. But other than that, I don't really have any bearish count. Doesn't mean that it's not there, but just struggle to see it. Anyways, that's one thing in favor. Equality of 3, this one right here, against 1, same degree, cycle degree, is at about 100,000, and we could get there. What I don't really like is this wave 4, a flat here, compared to this wave 2, it looks a bit larger. It still makes it, for instance, it did retrace 50% of the advancing wave 3, which is kind of the threshold. Ideally, you like to see a reaction at 38.2%, which we did get, but then we fall back lower. Let me zoom in. And we also, as you can see here, we got support at the 38.2, which is nice to see. So again, lots of things in favor and against all the counts that I'm going to show you. What I don't like is, again, this wave 4 looks quite larger than this wave 2 in terms of time. In terms of net percentage, it is actually pretty close. It's a bit deeper, as you can see here. So equality is here, so obviously at this point here, 18,000. Wave 4 would have been as long as wave 2. So as you can see, just a bit larger, which it's ideal. So in terms of size, it actually fits. In terms of time, it's a bit more diluted in time, which makes sense. Usually you want alternation in either time or magnitude. You want alternation, period. So it makes sense. So that's one count to see, and it makes sense also to some other counts that I'm going to show you that they all assume we have a bottom in place here and we're resuming higher. So that's one count. Another count, super bullish, I don't know about it. It's this one. So here, the largest wave 2 would be, this wave 2 here would be of one larger degree than this one. The problem with this one is that it's actually the largest net retracement. We pull back 90%, 93% here, whereas this one, it's only about 85. So it's not ideal. That's one thing against this count. The other one that we did, if it was a wave 2, we only retraced again about 50%, but it's still, this would mean that we're gonna go crazy to the upside, which, yes, I am bullish. As I said, most of my accounts are bullish. I don't see any reason why to be bearish, but even with all the macro environment there is, I explained also in my Nasdaq video that I referred to at the beginning of this one. The price of every asset already reflects expectations, future expectations. So if today Bitcoin is trading at almost 27,000, it means that people are willing to pay so, knowing what the expectations for the future are. So it's already all priced in. That's why I don't see the problem on it. Now you could judge it's mid-price, but that's a whole different thing. Anyways, and plus, again, as I also said in the Nasdaq video, usually when things look bad, the market keeps going higher. We've seen that for COVID after the big fall. It was recovering and everyone was like, oh no, it's gonna fall back again. Everyone was scared and actually skyrocketed. So it happens all the time. Anyways, that was another count. And then the one we're going to be focusing on today is this one. Whereas we completed wave 4 of cycle degree, which obviously relates to this wave 2 of the same degree. And what it's not ideal about this count is that wave 4 retraced only 75% off the top, whereas again, as I showed you earlier, this is about a 93-94% pullback. So magnitude-wise, we're not at equality, as it's also simply visible here. However, we could still do some, I don't know, maybe continue sideways, or else do more something like this. It is also possible, but for the time being, as I'm going to show you right now in the intraday chart, I am taking this as a low and I'm trading accordingly. So far, it's been moving pretty well. I have had this count for over a month, maybe even more, maybe a couple of months. It's playing out nicely, and as you can also see, if you join the Discord, you can scroll back and see what my count has been for Bitcoin. So far so good. And let's just dive into the intraday chart. So here, and obviously let's bring it on. Awesome. So let's get rid of this. Top at 69,000, 3 down in W, 3 up in X, 3 down in Y, 3 up in X, 3 down in Z for wave 4. From there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, sharp correction in wave 2 of intermediate degree. Gotta be honest, not a nice and clear 5-wave move here in wave 1. And then right now I'm looking at I'll be honest, last week I had a trade on. I thought this was ABC, 1, 2, 1, 2. Try to look for upside. I actually risked half than what I usually risk. Took the loss. That's okay, it happens. But I do remain bullish as every move to the downside seems to be a three-wave move. Therefore, not trend establishing, as I always say, and as Elliott says, 3 waves a trend don't make. We need 5 for a move to be trend establishing. The initial move lower, especially. So I just see 3, 3, and 3. Potential WXYXZ, again, a triple combo. Yesterday we did resume higher, quite a sharp correction. So I don't know why this deleted it, but it'll be a triangle, as you can see here, and wave X. Let's mark it up. 3 waves down into wave Y, 3 up, clear through, moving to wave X. And again, it looks like we've had 3 down. So again, even if we were to zoom in closer, again, I see 3 waves down. So it's kind of early for my own strategy to place longs, even though I do see 3 down, which is something ideal based on the way I trade, which again, I do recommend joining the Discord. It's free. I usually share ideas on a daily basis, and you can also ask me questions or ask me for anything to analyze. So ideally, what I want to see to place a trade is 5 waves up off the lows. Ideally, we break wave 1 here, the top here, or at least this one right here, 3 down, and then at that point start looking for upside. Because the larger we stay on the time frame, the larger move, the more, at least the way I operate, the more my wave count is accurate. So I don't care personally if we have to talk about trading, not analyzing for just a second. I don't really care. I don't stress too much on grade, risk to reward ratio. I tend to have maybe a slider, you could say, smaller one that some other people. I just go for a win ratio. But again, that's the way I trade. So kind of, again, a brief outlook on Bitcoin. We started large, dive in. If we want to take a look at the averages and go back on the weekly, we can notice how so purple one is the 200 EMA exponential moving average, red one is the 20. Usually when there's a cross of them, so first cross was here, bearish cross, so usually it's a bearish sign again, as I said. Here we've had what is usually a bullish sign, because again we crossed, and it could mean nothing, it could mean everything, just what happened. But again, so far we're above both as they just crossed. So many reasons on why to be bullish. A few I would say on why to be bearish. So as always, we'll need to find out. We'll need to see what's going to happen. As I mentioned, please consider joining the Discord. It's free, and as well as you can follow me on TradingView and Twitter. Links in the description of the video. And obviously, of course, don't forget to join here on YouTube, Better Wave, if you don't want to miss out on the next update. I hope to see you Friday, June 9th on my live stream. And if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. If you don't agree with me and have any remark to make, please let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to take questions and ideas on board. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.